Everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to talk about the monthly forecast for Taurus people for the month of August. Okay, so anybody with a Taurus rising, Taurus ascendant, Taurus Lagna or Moon in Taurus, this video is applicable for all of them. So now let's talk about the movements happening on the month of August, guys. So the first movement is on the 11th of August. Okay, when Mercury is getting direct. So that's a very important movement for you guys because Mercury is the planet for your money and it's the planet for your romantic relationships. So very important planet. It is also the planet for your speculation. Okay, the stock market and the cryptocurrency. So very important planet for you guys because it rules the money and it's getting direct. So great news. So it's getting direct in the third house of your your communication, your writing. So now the first thing is it is getting second from the second house. Okay, which means in terms of wealth, in terms of money, in terms of savings, okay, in terms of your bank balance, you would see a growth in money happening. Like you would see a lot of prosperity around money. Anybody who was struggling with some kind of a financial issue, 11th August onwards, you would see that problem gets resolved. Okay, and that liquidity and everything around money would be back on track. So good movement in terms of money, guys. Like good cash flow. Okay, now it's the fifth, it's sitting 11th from its own house. So which means, and it's sitting in the house of communication, which means, people those who are into a romantic relationship, okay, there could have been issues which you have faced because, the lord of your romantic relationship was retrograde. So now is the time when you would see relationship back on track or you would, get some kind of a good communication from your romantic partner. Okay, now the next thing is this is, and you can also go for a short-term travel with your romantic partner after 11th of August. That is also seen. Okay, now people those who are into stock market, those who are into cryptocurrency, or people those who have been invested, in stock market or cryptocurrency, those who would see gains coming in terms of both the speculation because Mercury is getting the lord of that is getting direct. So that's also a good thing in terms of your kids also, in terms of your education also. Okay, you would see some good news coming in terms of kids. There could be a news coming in terms of their health, in terms of their academics, in terms of their extracurricular activities, in terms of their overall development. You would see some good news coming in, good communication coming in. Now, third house is the house of writing, communication. So great, you would see gains around that. It's also the house of social media. Okay, so you would see gains in terms of social media. So people those who are into social media influencers, they would see gains happening like your subscribers or whatever is your metrics. You would see that would grow. That would start growing once Mercury gets direct after 11th August. So I mean, there's a good communication around your siblings, and you may go for some kind of a upskilling yourself. It's the house of skills also. So I mean, good times, guys, and the best thing is from the third, Mercury would be giving a direct aspect on your luck. So in terms of your luck also, you would see luck will be back on track. Like things will start moving in the way. I mean, they used to move before. So very good transit. Like, I mean, the best part is your second house, the lord of your money. It's getting under control. I mean, it's getting back on track. So that's mostly. One more thing I would like to add here. Also, Taurus people, anybody who's born on the 5th, on the 23rd, and on the 14th. So if you see all these numbers, they total to 5. Okay, and that belongs to Mercury. So even those people, if they would have been feeling a little bit of a mental clutter or something, now they would see a big relief after 11th of August once Mercury gets direct. So, I mean, good in terms of people or Taurus people, in terms of like people those who are passing through with Mercury times, they would see all this impact. So, that's great. Now, let's move on to the next, which is the 17th August. Sun is getting into your 4th house. So, guys, not at all a good news, not at all a good movement. Okay, Sun 1 is getting into the house with Ketu. Okay, though it is Sun's own house, Leo, but Sun is getting in conjunction with Ketu in your 4th house. So the first thing is 4th house is the house of your mother. Okay, anyone whose mother is not well, guys, go and spend some more time with them in terms of, take special care. I mean, I'm not saying, but I'm saying take special care, because there is a probability, because of Ketu, that health may deteriorate. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. So try to be more cautious around the mother's health. Okay, that's the first thing. Now, be careful while, like, there could be petty issues around your vehicles. Okay, that's the house of vehicles also. There could be petty, repairs around your home, and there could be a little bit of mental, you would see a little bit of mental dissatisfaction also. Now, one more thing, because, from the 4th, Saturn would be giving an aspect on your profession, and it's Aquarius, and Rahu is also transiting right now in Aquarius, which means, guys, there could be a possibility that, you may face ego issues with your seniors, with your leaders, with your bosses, or with the management, or with the higher ups. Okay, so please be careful around that. Now, again, I would say this particular, like, all this area around Sun, this is not good, guys. I'm being honest. This is not a good movement. Sun with conjunction with Ketu, and one more thing. 7th September, the lunar eclipse is happening, which means that energy would start building up from the 17th, of August. So you got to be careful around that. So this impact is only applicable to people who are a Taurus rising, who are passing through with Sun times, or who are passing through with Ketu times. Otherwise, guys, chill, relax. It's a drop in the ocean. Nothing is an impact, but yeah, 10%, 15% would be there. So you got to be really careful around. Now, next movement is 21st August. So that's a beautiful movement. The Lord of your ascendant, Venus, would be getting into a 3rd house. So great movement, guys. Venus is the Lord of your ascendant in the 3rd house, and it's also the Lord of your debts. And it's getting into the house of communication. So one thing is that, there would be harder work from you in terms of, like, this is the house of hard work. So suddenly you would see, you would be like working harder in terms of, like, overall, you would be working harder. Once Venus gets into the house of hard work, then there would be a lot of courage. Okay. Now there could be a possibility that you may go for a beautiful short-term travel also. That is also a possibility around this, with this movement. And again, people into communication, people into writing, people into social media, they would see a lot of growth coming in. And one more thing, Venus is also giving a direct aspect on your luck. So again, in terms of luck, you would see luck is favoring you now. That's also, I mean, Venus is anyways, movement is good, but here it would impact your luck also. So you would see luck, you would see that luck is favoring you after this 21st of August. Now, also, Venus is the Lord of your 6th house, which means, like, it's sitting in the house of communication. So, which means anything around work, you would get a good communication. Like, you would get some good news related to your work that is happening. If in case you've applied for debt, or in case you're looking for debt, now this is the time when you would see some good news coming in terms of that, some good communication coming in terms of debt. Okay, in case you've been struggling with some kind of a health issue and you applied for some kind of a report, or you went for a checkup, now that you would see that that report, because that's the house of diseases also. So that report is giving you a good news, good communication around your health. That is also seen. So I mean, that's mostly about the Venus, guys. So this is also a beautiful transit. Now, let's move to the 30th of August, which is Mercury. Mercury is getting into Leo. So Mercury is a very important planet for you guys, because it's the lord of your wealth, and it's the lord of your speculation. And it's getting now on the 30th of August, it would get into the 4th house. So yes, there is definitely a possibility that there could be some kind of gains happening through real estate. That is also seen. So that's mostly what I wanted to talk about this transit, guys. One thing I would like to add here, because I see my audience, a lot of people know it already, but the ones who don't know, let me just explain them. Because in the last videos, I could see with some comments there is a little bit of no clarity, or maybe a little bit of confusion. So guys, you need to understand these transits. Okay, they only work according to the time period you're passing through with. So whatever I'm talking about Mercury, okay, about the money, about everything around Mercury, so that gets applicable to you if you are a Taurus rising passing through with Mercury times. Okay, whatever I'm talking about Sun, the bad effects of Sun, that would be applicable if you're passing through with Sun or this thing Ketu times. So please check your horoscope and just check the times you're passing through with. Only then these transits work. Otherwise, they're a drop in the ocean. They just have a 10 to 15% of impact. Impact is definitely there about the transits, guys. But if you actually want to see the 100% impact, the condition is that you have to pass through the time period of that particular planet, whatever planet is making the movement. So that's it for today, guys. Taurus people, if you liked the video, I would request you to press the subscription, to press the bell notification, and to also add a comment. Because your comment, it validates my effort. And guys, I've shared my contact details. I've shared my WhatsApp details. Anyone wants to connect with me on a discussion on the reading around their chart in detail, okay, you can connect with me on the WhatsApp or on my email. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks a lot for your time, and you have a great day.